All right, so welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for tuning in again. All right, so the Reggae Boyz U17 last year opening encounter in the 2 days match, our friendly series versus Trinidad, and I have to say, I think it was a fairly good performance from the boys, but certainly some things were lacking. Nevertheless, I'm gonna give you my opinion or my analysis of how I thought the game went and what areas I think we can improve on, things I think we were doing right, and probably some individual players maybe I can say that who stood out from, and some areas that they can work on and some areas that can fix. But as you know, before I do that, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and also hit the subscriber button. Now, first of all, let's start off with the two teams. The intent. We all know about these two friendly games. First one kick off the bat. Ended 1-0 in favor of Trinidad, and I have to say it was a good match overall. Nonetheless, let's get into the game. But I thought that Trinidad start off based off how they played. They played in a deep block, not deep block, and try to counter when they had a chance. We had a mass amount of possession, but if I'm being honest, most of our possession was between our centre backs and also Giovanni Taylor dropping really deep and just playing the ball around between the centre backs. And I didn't see us really progressing the ball in the central areas. Trinidad was in a mid to low block. I said deep earlier, but I think it was a mid to low block, and we found it difficult in breaking them down. They were very organized, well structured. You can see that they were well coached as well, and extremely disciplined in how they they approach the game. And very cautious. They didn't really take any chance like as in like risk. They didn't take any risk, none at all when they needed to. Sometimes I thought that they could have take a little bit of risk, and maybe they would have gotten some favorable options. Now I do think that we created 1 and 2 chances. There was a particular chance, I think it was Dashawn Jacques got away clear cut from onto goal, and he hit it wide. We got off a few headers, a few shots on goal, but some of them were high, some were wide. The most threatening player was actually Taylor, Giovanni Taylor. He was really threatening. He was causing the Trinidad defense a lot of problems. I think one of the reasons because he's quite fit and heavily involved. He was all over the place. He was threatening, but you can see that certain things weren't coming off for him. Moments when he was out of the game would drop a bit too deep. In my view, I didn't like that still, because when he dropped that deep, it would disrupt the system and what the team was trying to do. Nevertheless, at some point I was wondering, was he the striker? Was he playing a second striker? Was he playing? He was in the number 10, but I think he was just a bit too deep. Sometimes when we're trying to progress the ball, I saw that we'd make a few passes between the defenders, then one of the defenders would hit it long. One of the centre backs, though, let me see if I can find his number. I have the numbers here. Number 12 is Jaquan Brown. Tall centre back. I really like him. He has some very good attributes. Hit quite a few long balls, though. Some in rosette, some didn't hit, but you could see his intent. But separate from a lot of long balls that he played, I think he's quite good. I really like how he commands himself, understand the game well. So I think he overall, despite the start that he played quite a few long balls, nevertheless, I think overall is a good defender. Nice height, physical structure as well. Our wide players were quite technical, but they're not that fast. Both of them. I think it was who was it wide? Javon Anglin was one of the wide players. And this was Leonard McLean. I think it was McLean. Let me check something, people. My sincere apologies because me never. I knew. I believe it was McLean. I believe it was McLean. Let me just check. Did my apologies, people. I do apologize for that. Yeah, Ziodine McLean. I don't know why I said Ziodine McLean. Zianodine McLean. He was the one. Was the next white player. Tall, physical. I think he's actually more of a midfielder. I think he's more of a midfielder, quite technical, but he's not the fastest. Anglin was playing a bit too cautious. I thought the fullback really did a good job on Anglin. But nevertheless, I thought that because we never necessarily had the fastest wingers, we were unable to progress the ball out wide. Quite a few passes would have played into the channel, and by the time they latch onto the ball, the fullbacks would have gotten a bit closer to them, so they couldn't really do much. And as I said, because of the deep to mid block, the mid to the low block that Trinidad was doing, we're still trying to hit the ball over the top, and there's no space in behind. So at some point, at a point, I was wondering that never necessarily make any sense. And even the Trinidad coach in his interview, he said that he saw that the Jamaican team was going over the top. And he knew that was not going to hurt him because they were already in a low block and they have defenders who are quite good at ending out the ball in the aerial battles. So they knew that was not going to hurt him. And he actually said that he just wanted his team to get one chance, and that's what happened. They got the one chance and they did capitalize on it. We got a few chances. We got about 2 or 3 chances I thought we should have most definitely capitalized on. Sometime in the final third, we never had a playmaker. We needed a super technical player in the attacking third who can find those spaces, play the ball in those dangerous areas, and cause them problems. We didn't have that, especially the fact that they were in a low block, and to get something from there, you have to probably penetrate down the central areas, and we're actually going out wide, trying to whip some crosses in. They were quite good in the aerial duels because our strikers weren't necessarily the tallest or most physical. Only when McLean kind of get inside a little bit, you see, because he has a bit of structure on him. But I do thought that I like what I saw from Owen Jump. I thought he was quite good. I really like his performance. Quite clean and tidy on the ball. That's the number 17 who was playing CDM for us. Quite clean and tidy, knows when to press, knows kind of can take the ball in tight spaces and play it around. So that's actually a really good trait. Kind of got winded in the latter stage of the second half. What else? I thought our goalkeeper was good. Really good, quite technical, ball at his feet. Our number 9 though, I think he's always looking for the perfect shot. I think it's number nine. Let me see if I can find Orel Miller. He was always looking for the perfect shot, and sometimes you don't need the perfect shot. Sometimes you just need to just get a toe poke or a little something, just something on it. But nevertheless, I have to say, not the worst of performance. Dominate possession, play the ball around, but as soon as we start to get tired, we start to rely to the long ball, as we all know. And then now the major issue popped up, which is conceding a goal in the 80 plus minute or 90 plus minute. That is our Achilles heel from youth level, go straight up to the senior level. I think that has a lot to do with concentration and just doing the right thing. I do believe, though, for the last, from 70 minutes upwards, I thought Trinidad kind of grew into the game. I thought Trinidad looked the better team ending the game. They started to play the ball in our own half. They started to get us some confidence. And the longer the game go on, you see them getting a bit more confident. And I thought that at the balance of play, yes, we should have scored, but Trinidad defended really, really good. Solid, sound defensive performance from Trinidad. And For me, I don't really like the defensive part of the football, but in my view, based off how they were structured, it was quite entertaining watching them defending and the sheer passion they put into the defending part. Anyways, now going further, overall, I think it was not a bad first match. Second match, let's see what's going to happen in the second match. But not a bad first match. Congratulations, Trinidad. Wish to see a lot better from the boys in the second game. Which other player? So I'm going to keep it at that. So next, hopefully, we see some more players stand out to me so we can have them to discuss as well. So big up on yourself, people. Smash like button, hit subscribe button. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time. Enjoy the rest of the day. God bless. MG Sports are out.